I am AP. Welcome to my channel. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, you are missing out because I like to keep it real on here. I like to encourage other people. I like to tell my testimony in the present moment so that it may encourage you in your daily life. Now, I've been doing a series because recently I quit my job, and so I've been walking through that process and then showing you guys and encouraging guys how I did that and how my day-to-day life has been. If you're not already following me on my other social media platforms, I want to encourage you to do that. I just recently uploaded the video regarding how to have a soft life, so you're gonna want to check that video out. But in this video, you guys, let's talk about how to live below your means and how we are trying to cut costs in an inflated world, because we all know that the prices of everything have lost their mind. Okay, so I wanted to talk about 10 things that I have been doing that I want to encourage you to do in regarding living below your means. So I am imparting this into my life because I'm not working, so I have to stay within a certain number to accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish. The goal is to possibly stay off for 1 year. We'll see what God has after that, but let's get into this video. Number one, create a budget. I don't understand how people think that they can just live how they want to live, spend how they want to spend, and then just have what they want to have regarding their budget or, you know, whatever. You have to create a budget. I talk so much about this on my Instagram, but you basically literally, like, seriously, like all of that. You literally have to accept your numbers for what they are, because if you are living a life of denial, you'll never be able to get to where you're going. So you have to create a budget. Of course, there's steps to that, you know, and with that, creating a budget being number one. Number two is tracking your expenses. Literally, anytime that you make a purchase, whether cash, credit, debit, however you do it, write that down. Be accountable for what you're spending. See the numbers. I'm like pencil and paper type of girl. A lot of people are into apps or whatever they're into. So whatever you like to do, just make sure that you're tracking your expenses so you can see, okay, well, I went to Walmart and I bought some things like for personal, in my personal category. So you have to write each of those down. So at the end of the month, you can tally up everything and you can know where your money is going. That helps your budget. So it bounces back to number one. It helps your budget because then you'll be able to put everything in categories, and then you'll know how much you're spending within each category. And then you're able to, like, look at your numbers.
Like, oh my gosh, like I spent how much on groceries?
And even though like the cost of groceries are going like high, we'll talk more about it, but you can still figure out ways to even lower your grocery bill. But yes, number one, create a budget, okay? Don't be afraid to create a budget. And guess what? Your first budget is not going to work out, and that's okay. As long as you are putting in the work and you're trying, okay? You're gonna have to like change it up a couple of times in order to figure out your flow regarding your budget. But I want you also to track your expenses. Sorry, the light is going in and out because the sun is going in and out, but don't focus on that part. Focus on what I'm saying and what I'm trying to encourage you to do. And then number three, you guys, after you're tracking your expenses, you have to look at everything and say, what can I cut back on, okay? So some of the things that and I have a list here so I can look at them and be able to tell you some of the things that I've done that maybe that can help you. But I took my lunch to work every day. Now, well, I wouldn't say every day, because some days, you know, you want to go out with your coworkers or whomever and get something outside of whatever you had brought for lunch. But for the majority of the time, I took my lunch to work, and that saves so much money. You'll be amazed how much money you can save by just taking your lunch, because going out to lunch is easy. $10, $15, $20, including a tip. Easy. Now, if you're doing that every single day and you work 5 days a week, that's $100 a week that you are spending on eating out. That's not even including like if you don't cook at home. So that's another thing I was doing too. I would cook at home to save money. Now I do have in my budget a category for eating out, for restaurants, because your girl, I get tired sometimes and I don't want to cook every single day. So I do have that little buffer and that category in my budget, so that some days I might order pizza for the boys. And that's okay, because I have it in that category, so there is no guilt or anything like that. But yes, start taking your lunch to work, start cooking at home. And then also with your grocery shopping, don't be afraid to buy store brands, okay? A lot of the store brands, they taste just as good as like the regular name brands, and they're much cheaper. Literally, you can go in there and it could be spaghetti, just the noodles, and the name brand noodles are like $1 and something more than the store brand. So try to stick to as many store brands as possible, and that'll also help like to lower your grocery bill. So far what we have? We have taking our lunch to work, cooking at home, and buying store brands. So these so far fall under the category of what you can do to cut back. Another thing you can do to cut back on your expenses when you go out, say if you go out for, eating out, you have that in your budget, so you're good. But order water. Don't order a drink. Especially don't order alcohol, because some restaurants are losing their like entire mind, and they'll even charge you an alcohol fee. So just drink water. You can get, if you're into wine or whatever you're into, you can get that much cheaper at a store as opposed to a restaurant. So yes, when you go out, just order some water. Another thing you can do if you are a coffee drinker, and I am team coffee drinker, so I have no judgment toward you. I've been learning how to make iced coffee at home. I went on like Pinterest or something like that and learned how to make iced coffee. But even brewing your own coffee at home can save you tons of money. Now, I am one who has apps, and you can scan receipts for points for rewards. Now, if you just love to go out and get different types of coffee, by all means, like use those apps to turn in those points to get the gift card so you can go buy the different coffee that you like. Say if you're in Starbucks or whatever the case is, Starbucks is pretty popular, but there are tons of new coffee places just popping up. But or put a little bit in your miscellaneous category in your budget, so that you're like, okay, I have money to buy coffee. I'm not buying coffee every single day because I am making it at home, but a special treat for myself this week or once a month, I'm going to buy myself a Starbucks. And there is no judgment in that. We want to live a life that is judgment free, but also a life that's on a budget. You can live a life on a budget and still be able to do some of the things that you enjoy doing. Now, I also believe in delayed gratification. We'll talk more about that. But yes, make your own coffee at home, save a few bucks, and that, I believe that has helped me also to like stay on track, stay on budget regarding my spending, so I'm not overspending. And then lastly, under this category is don't be afraid to buy resale. That could be clothes, that could be anything. You can go to Goodwill, or I'm pretty sure wherever you are, they have other places that's similar to Goodwill. And when you go in there, they have things like some people don't even wear the clothes and they still have the original tags on them. So go in there, check it out. I recently bought a suitcase and I Googled it, how much it would cost. It was like, it's just a travel size, the one that you can put in the overhead bins on the airplane. But it's $100. That bag was worth $100 and something, and I only paid $12 for it, y'all. Okay, so don't be afraid to buy resale. Even your books, if you are a book lover, you can go to the library and get books, or like what I'm doing now is listening to audiobooks. So those are options that'll help you to save money. Number 4, you guys, buy a used vehicle. Don't buy new if you don't have to, because once you roll it off of the lot, it depreciates, and we've all heard that. We all know that. Now, I know for some people, they just have to get a new car for whatever reason, but if you can get a used car and it's functioning properly and it's working for your life and your budget, please do that. And if you're able to even pay for it in cash, that's even better. So you don't have a car note. You know, a lot of times people can't do certain things because their car note is so high. Let's also not buy homes and cars that are outside of our, you know, budget, so that we can still live. I know one thing that when I built this house, my realtor, he was really firm on, let's not get a house that you have to continuously make sure you just go to work, you're grinding just to pay your mortgage, okay? We wanna live even though we have a mortgage. We wanna live even though we have a car note. But if you're able to pay with cash, like I've been blessed, I was able to pay for the 2 cars that I have with cash. And if I'm a single mom, I know that if I can do it, you can do it too. I just want to be a testimony, you know, to other people that you can do it, okay? But it all started with like me, like literally creating a budget. I had to look those numbers in the face, and it sucked. It really sucked, but I got through it, and I'm here as a testimony to encourage you. All right, let's move on to number 5. Focus on your needs. We get needs and wants confused all the time. What is it, the bare bones budget? What are the 4 walls that you need to pay for? Like your utilities, you know, your rent, your mortgage, you know, food and clothing. Those are needs. And even with clothing, like I just said, you can buy clothing. You don't have to buy expensive clothing. You can get them at the resale shop. I think one thing that is helping me tremendously is that I'm not, I don't want to say, I know I'm not materialistic, but I think one thing is it's helping me that I don't need, I'm so plain, y'all. Like I wear my kids' clothes. When I say go in your rooms and find clothes that don't fit you anymore, I'm going through their clothes because I'm just so plain. I don't get my nails done. Some people are into that, and that's fine, but I know that's an expense that I don't need. I'm not knocking you. Do your nails so they're pretty. But I wear like plain clothes. I don't need name brand clothes or anything like that. I don't need name brand shoes. I am just plain, but I love my plainness and I love my life because that extra money that, you know, others may be spending on other things, I don't have that expense. I do get my hair done maybe like once a month, every 6 weeks, but that's probably as far as it's gonna go. Yeah, so I really try to focus on our needs, but I also included in our budget like entertainment. So just because you're on a budget does not mean that you cannot have fun. Include that in your budget, and you know how much to put in that entertainment category because you've already been tracking your expenses and you've created a budget, so you already know how much you can already put in there so that you don't feel guilty if you want to go to the movies. Like I really want to go to the movies. I need to look because the movie Barbie's out. I want to check it out because I'm a Barbie girl. I love Barbies. I have a ton of Barbies still in my garage, but don't feel guilty if you want to do certain things. Just make sure it's in your budget. So that leads us to number 6. Stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. I don't know who the Joneses are now. It might even be a different last name, but whoever it is, don't try to keep up with them. Stay in your lane because trying to keep up with other people is going to get you broke. Because, you know, even with scrolling on social media, they are good with those ads and they place them very, like, perfectly so that you see the ads and you're like, I never knew I needed that. And so you end up buying it. Like I have even done that. I'm like, that's a great product. I want that. But let's not try to keep up with the Joneses. Let's just focus on what we're trying to accomplish with our money, with our finances, with our life, with our family. And there's nothing wrong with getting you a little something if you like it, like if it's on Amazon Prime Day or whatever the case is. I am not knocking that. That's not this video. But, you know, a lot of people go into deep debt because they're trying to keep up with people that are probably not even living that lifestyle. You know, some people may be living that because they've done whatever they needed to do to get that. But if that's not you, but you're trying to keep up with them, you're gonna be broke. And I don't want you to live that life. I want you to live a life of freedom. I want you to live a life of abundance. And if you just do right by your money, it full circle. full circle. It's gonna come to pass. Live your life and enjoy your day-to-day living. You know, there's nothing wrong with liking their pictures, liking their posts, but at the end of the day, love your own life. Number 7, find free things to do. Oh my gosh, there's so many free things to do. Even with like exercising, you can find places that offer free exercise programs. Like you can go to theater places, concerts. There's a lot of things. You just have to get on Google. You could just have to get on TikTok. Go in, even on TikTok, you guys, because I love TikTok. If you're not following me on TikTok, you're missing out. But go in the search bar on TikTok and just type in free things, and wherever your area is, and so much is going to pop up. And they even give video footage of that person's experience. So don't get caught up on everything costs money when you go outside, because everything does not cost money when you go outside. You just have to like do your research in order to save the money that you're trying to save, and you can still have tons of fun, y'all. So that brings me to number 8, eliminate gym fees. So in my city, at this like local community center, they have a gym where you can work out. Of course, they have the calendar posted where you can use the machines. And then they also have different classes. They have yoga. Me and my son did a Zumba class, and they have just an array of different things. Like even another community center, I'm in Double Dutch free. It's just so much to do that's free that you don't have to spend money on. Look in your community, look on TikTok, look for something, Instagram, YouTube, look for things that are free. But even with exercising, like you can even go on YouTube, look up videos, start working out. There's no excuse if you want to work out, because I don't want to work out, but I need to. But there is no excuse if you're one who likes to work out, because there's so many options out there and they are free. It's people like can work out with stuff in their home just by lifting different things, standing on the wall, working out, anything like that. But yeah, let's eliminate gym fees because they do add up, and you can still, you know, get your body the way you want it to be by just staying at home or going to a community center or just working out in the neighborhood. Number 9. Do-it-yourself products. Now, I really do need to get better with this, because people online, they really will show you how to do different things. I believe for me, I get intimidated sometimes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I love being hands-on, but I don't want to mess up anything. And I guess, you know, a lot of people do have to mess up in order to learn how to do whatever it is that they're trying to do. But, you know, doing it yourself projects, they will help you to save tons of money. Like, the focus, live below our means. We're trying to cut costs. So if you have something, a project you're trying to do before, you know, you hire a contractor or whatever, it can not be, you know, nothing big like build a house, you know, but if it's something that is small that you make and handle, like I want to paint my bathroom, but I'm nervous, but I really need to paint my bathroom. I want to. It's not a need, it's a want. But I don't want to pay anybody, so I probably need to Google how to do that, and it's probably not even that serious. It's probably really easy. My friend just did. She just painted her kitchen. So it's probably easy. I just need to buckle down and do it. But yes, do-it-yourself projects. I believe in you. I believe that you can do it. Save your money, save your coins for something else. Like all of this stuff I'm talking about, say if you haven't taken a vacation this year, you want to take one next year. I believe those steps, we're on number 9 so far. All of these steps will help you to like save money, and you can put that money that you didn't spend into an account so that you can save up for it for a vacation next year. Lastly, number 10, you guys, learn to say no. Like, that's serious. No is a complete sentence. People, like people don't ask me for money, so I'm very grateful for that. I don't know, maybe I get off this vibe, like don't ask me for any money, but learn to say no, even with your time. If you don't have the time to do something, it's okay. I can't do it. I can't make it. Learn to have delayed gratification. Like I said, if you're trying to do a vacation next year and you're saving for that, you're putting it off to next year because you want to pay cash for that vacation so that when you come back, you don't have debt. You don't have debt coming back from a vacation. Who wants debt coming back from a vacation? So we're going to practice going forward because of this video. We're going to practice saying no, and we're going to practice delayed gratification. And delayed gratification does not mean that it will never happen. It's just that we're putting it off because we're focusing on this right now. And even with the vacation, we're saving a little bit at a time, and that adds up, you know. And then that way, when you have your vacation, you are just having fun. You don't have the worries of, oh my gosh, this costs so much money, and when I have to pay the credit card bill when I get home. No, you already pay cash. And I know you can do it because I've done it. All of the vacations that I've taken since 2018 have all been with cash. And I've been, you know, a couple of places and having fun. I mean, I went to Disney, LA, just a lot of fun. Just took the boys on vacation, cash. I had a budget, and I did not go over budget, y'all. Yes, so it is possible. All right, well, that's the 10 things I wanted to encourage you on with living below your means and how to cut costs. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you found some value in it. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Let's grow this family. Well, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna see if I can catch that Barbie movie, okay? And I don't know if you've seen it. If you did, let me know in the comment section if it's pretty good. So you guys have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.